That was convicted of dragging him and KKK supremacists who drug James Byrd to death behind a truck. They drug him for like 3.5 miles or something like that, and his head was dismembered and body parts was, lost. At the same, limbs was lost. So, and at the same time, they convicted him of this heinous crime, and he was put to death same time.
You don't think he deserved to die? Dragging a man on the back of his truck? He should have the luxury of sitting in jail.
It ain't the luxury of sitting in jail. That you sit there for the rest of your life.
But I still, I can still find enjoyment. Once you, it's gonna be horrible what I'm about to say, but you still alive. You still get to laugh, joke, and drink, and have a good time. Whether you're incarcerated or not, there's gonna be some days you're gonna laugh and joke, and have some good days. Get a couple of packets sent to you. You got money on your books. You still kind of semi enjoying yourself.
You're living.
But I'm dead.
Right.
Now my children may be fatherless, or my wife may be husbandless, or whatever. I'm losing a brother, or whatever case may be. There are crimes, whether I feel strong about them or not, that constitute the death penalty.
Well, I'm gonna say like this: everybody want to be a thug, right? Everybody want to be a gangster. Everybody want to kill somebody,
right?
I say that you take all those gangsters. As soon as you kill somebody, as soon as they catch you, you put them in the hood and shoot them in the face, and let everybody in the hood see it, and then it won't be as many shootings.
It at least gives you something to think about. I think it should be back to fireman squad.
Because people are trifling out there, man.
You should bring back the fireman squad.
I agree.
Once they convict Johnny Mac of committing this heinous crime, they should take me out in the back parking lot of AutoZone and blow my goddamn brains out.
You guys saying an eye
because
for an eye.
Here's the reason why. You just murdered this innocent man. You just drugged this this black man behind your truck till I died.
I totally get what you're saying.
What
I'm
should
just
I
saying
do?
that I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't feel like it's all right to take someone else's life because they did something terrible to somebody else.
But you took my life.
Under no circumstances you would vote for the death penalty. Under no
I don't go for the death penalty.
So even if they took one of your loved ones, the most important person in your life away from you.
It's hard to say, but no.
Brandon McGee, how do you feel about this?
It's a really tough one because I personally don't want to have to make a decision to have anyone killed. And because of the justice system, because of the things like the Troy Davis thing, where there are cases where we can't be certain if that person should be killed or not, it makes it difficult for me to want a death penalty because the thing that bothers, I hate the idea of an innocent person being put to death.
That's true.
However, there are some cases where I feel like it's warranted.
That's true.
But because of the difficulty of proving justice in so many cases, it just makes it hard.
But it's not difficult. If you good, bad, or ugly. You know what? We're gonna go to a phone call. We're gonna go right here to Compton.
Well, they should know about crime.
COMPTON, Compton, right there. We're gonna go to Saula. I'm sorry if I messed up your name.
Hey,
Saula. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that, but GED don't cover so many syllables. Saula, give me your take on this, player.
Hey, man, how you brothers and sisters doing today, man?
All right.
Does your name mean something, Saula? Is that does that mean
African?
Well, no, brother, it is Islamic. My whole name is Salahuddin, but because a lot of people have a problem pronouncing it, I just go by Brother Salah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Soldier Lincoln.
Is there something ticking behind you?
Well, brother. Listen, I want to like a twofold statement. One, in Islam, we believe in eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, a life for a life, right? However, in order, before you can take a life, you have to have concrete evidence, undisputable evidence that this person has taken this other person's life before you even can take that person's life. You cannot, if there's any doubt or anything, then you can't take that person's life, right? So, if it's a case like that where you have concrete evidence, I'm all for the death penalty. But if you don't, then, hey, that's up for grabs.
But my brother, at the time when he was convicted of this crime, 9 witnesses testified that was the guy. So at the time when they gave him the death sentence, they had concrete evidence. Now later on, so many years years down the road, they recant their testimony, saying they was coerced and the cops and whatever put pressure on them.
But what if they were coerced?
But you can't go by that because I went to. Okay, I'm gonna let my man finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Now that goes into the next thing what I was going to say, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, why is it that it's always at the end, you know, when a brother has like 2 weeks to go, a month to go, man, it's this exertive effort, man, to find out that, oh, hey, man, you know, maybe this brother is innocent or these people did recant they statement. Why is not that effort done in the very beginning? Why do they have to go through this whole process and then realize it at the last minute that hey, it's a possibility we done made a mistake?
Well, I think
So what you're basically saying that the witnesses should have testified the truth one way or the other from the beginning.
But Johnny Mac, are you saying that they should only? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead, Saul.
Basically, I mean, it's a firm thing that it's a white man's justice and a black man's grief, no matter.
Seven of the jurors were black.
Okay. I'm talking about the victim. I mean, excuse me, the person who got put to death.
Uh-huh.
If you look at the statistics, man, right, we are like 32% of the population in the United States, but then when it comes to death row or execution, man, we're like, you know, the highest percentage of racists that get executed, man, on death row.
That's
Now,
true.
why is that? Okay, now, if you look at it, there's you know, how many black people can go out and, like, say, for example, let's go back in time, okay, dealing with O.J. Simpson. This brother, man, you know, he had a dream team. Now, Johnny Mac, can me and you go, you know, we do something, can we go set up us a dream team that's going to go in that court system and fight that court system, even though he be guilty?
Okay. Here's the thing. This is Louis Dix. My thing is, I understand that, but now you're wishing and hoping. Okay, meaning if I create a crime, we don't have the money to defend ourselves. Don't get in the crime.
That's
9 people saw him. You would think I could see 2 people seeing me, and I say no. But if 9, even if I'm sometimes you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm with you. But my thing is, it can't go down that they have money and we don't have money. So now, if we know we're gonna get into crime, all young black people need to start saving money for good lawyers.
No, don't commit that crime.
Yeah.
I'm not going to save my money
crime?
up for a defense. I'm going to save my house for a crib. I'm saving my house so I can go down to Miami. And
so are you saying
if he is dumb as some of these people that shoot people and that still hang around that they shooting, like, motherfucker, that's what I'm talking about, busting your fucking head, nigga. I'm busting your head, nigga. Yeah, I'm Troy Davis, nigga.
Boo! That's what happens. They say no boo. Brandon, you had a comment.
I lost it. Keep going.
That's
okay.
So much for that.
Well, we have another call. We're going to go to Texas, Tejas.
They kill people there for real.
Hey, they execute. Well, you know what? Like I said, at the same time, my man Lawrence Brewer was being executed, and it wasn't a big old hoopla over that. Which, you know, we're going to be against the death penalty. It should be against black or white. It should be all over the board because, like my man just said, more blacks are put to death. But I was watching CNN. I'm going to go to the call in a few seconds. I was watching CNN. More blacks are put to death. If a black person kill a white person, he's put to death.
Yeah, I saw that.
If a black person kill a black person, he's not really put to death. If a white man kill a black person, he's not put to death. So we got
people like
what
Casey
about
Anthony killing her kid, and
we gotta figure this whole situation out. I'm not mad at the system. You know what I'm saying, for Troy Davis. I'm mad at the witnesses. Tell the truth one way or the other. If he did, you saw him do it, or he did not do it. We can get a text. We're gonna go to the phone call.
Well, after
we got gotta go to Texas right quick. You know, I don't know what part of Texas, but Texas. We got Veronica. What's up, Veronica?
Hi, I'm from Lufkin, Texas, and I do know James Byrd's son, and I know that he didn't want this done to that man because he feels like murder against murder is not going to settle anything. It's still going to be the same racist stuff going on in the world. We as black people have to understand we live by laws, and the Bible says thou shalt not kill. If you are a Christian and you live by the Bible, then you go by the Bible. And
but what about if you did the killing? You saying that our society?
If you did the killing, why ain't you right in jail? I'm going to tell you this. I have an uncle that was killed a year ago. Those people got off with that.
I can't hear you.
My husband has a cousin that he was executed. He was executed, lethal injection for killing someone. So I've been on both sides of it. But what I'm saying is I'm a Christian. I live by the Bible. God says thou shalt not kill. So those people that ran that stuff through whoever's veins, either one of them, you have judgment day coming. Whether you know if you done it, the God, he knows who done it. He knows who put in the medicine.
I'm telling
you. But isn't an eye for an eye also a Christian principle?
Yeah.
I don't kill.
An eye for an eye is the same thing as murder for murder. Why would you murder somebody? I mean, it's okay. I mean, if that's how you feel and that's what everybody's entitled to their opinion. What I'm saying is that they should.
No, but isn't that in the Bible also?
It is in the Bible.
But what is it referring
also,
to?
I look at it like this. I'm a Christian, and I know what the Bible says. I don't see an eye for an eye. And before my time, they were doing an eye for an eye. And it was always
Sorry. Thanks for the call. We had a bad connection
bad connection.
there.
I understand what the Bible said. I
In
just
more
can't
ways
understand
than
what
one.
you're saying.
A bad Sprint phone.